Welcome back to Decoding AI for You, the 5-minute deep dive. Today, I want to walk you through something that's starting to feel very real in our world, especially if you're in accounting or audit. Generative AI. There's a lot of buzz, a lot of hype, but what does it actually mean for firms like ours? I've been digging through research, case studies, expert articles, and today I'll break it down for you. Not with sci-fi jargon, just the real-world stuff you need to know to make smarter, faster, and more strategic decisions about AI in your practice. Let's start from the top. Unlike traditional AI that mostly analyzes data, generative AI actually creates text, summaries, reports, even code and formulas. It learns from tons of data, and then it generates original outputs that are contextually relevant. In accounting, that's a game changer. We're not just talking about flagging errors. We're talking about having AI draft the first version of your audit findings, respond to common client queries, or even build out tax calculations based on your plain English instructions. It shifts us from just reviewing data to actually producing work, automated, fast, and surprisingly smart. Let's talk about audits. You know the grind, manual tasks, repetitive checks, pulling data from a dozen systems. Generative AI can automate a huge chunk of that. For example, things like reconciliation, pulling documentation for audit trails, preparing initial work papers, all of that can be streamlined. In one case I saw, an audit process that used to take a team 60-80 hours was cut down to just 12 to 16 hours with Gen AI tools. That's not a typo. But it's not just about speed. When you automate these processes, you also reduce errors. Less copy-pasting, fewer human slips, higher accuracy from the start. And here's where it gets even better. Generative AI enables real-time monitoring. Instead of looking backward after the quarter's closed, you can audit continuously, catching issues as they happen. That's a massive upgrade in risk detection, especially for clients in regulated industries. Now let's pivot to tax, a space that's built on complexity. AI here is doing three big things: automating tedious tasks, improving compliance, and enabling smarter planning. Think about year-over-year roll forwards or updating depreciation schedules. Gen AI can handle that. Not just update the numbers, but validate them against current tax laws. And when tax pros need to run a calculation, they can just type in a plain English prompt. The AI translates that into the right tax formula. On the compliance front, it's like having a virtual assistant monitoring deadlines, tracking document requirements, flagging changes in tax law across jurisdictions. That means fewer missed filings, fewer penalties, and much less time digging through regulatory updates manually. All of this gives your team time back. Time to advise, to think ahead, to be proactive. Then there's advisory. And if you're like me, this is where it really gets exciting. Advisory is about providing smart, forward-looking guidance. Generative AI doesn't just help, it supercharges the whole process. It automates report generation, yes, even full balance sheets and cash flow statements, freeing up your time to analyze, interpret, and strategize. Even better, it powers predictive analytics. Want to forecast revenue under different scenarios? Model the impact of a 15% increase in raw materials? Simulate what-if situations before making major decisions? Gen AI can do all of that, in real time. And if you're concerned about risk, and who isn't, these tools can spot suspicious patterns in financial transactions, flagging potential fraud before it becomes a major issue. All while helping you make faster, more agile decisions backed by dashboards and real-time insights. But here's the thing. It's not all upside. Bringing Gen AI into your firm requires clear thinking and careful planning. There are serious risks: cybersecurity, regulatory, ethical. You need to ensure data quality and governance, because if you feed garbage in, you'll get garbage out. And in finance? That's not a small problem. Bias is another one. Gen AI learns from the data we give it, and if that data carries historical bias, AI could unintentionally reinforce it. We've got to stay vigilant, conduct audits, build checks into our processes, and keep humans in the loop at all times. AI should augment your judgment, not replace it. The future's coming fast. AI is being embedded in the fabric of the profession. Yes, some tasks will be automated, but new roles will also emerge. Think prompt engineers, AI ethicists, governance leads. And for most of us, it means sharpening our analytical skills, learning to work with these tools, and leaning into the uniquely human value we provide. At the end of the day, the firms that will win are the ones that combine the best of both: human judgment plus machine efficiency. So here's the question I'll leave you with. How are you investing in your people, your processes, and your strategies to responsibly adopt generative AI, while also amplifying the distinct value only you can bring? Because generative AI isn't just a tool, it's a turning point, and how we choose to use it will define the future of accounting and audit. If you're ready to take the next step, check out the resources in the description, which includes our deep dive report, provides a detailed analysis on generative AI within your industry. And as always, stay curious, stay informed, and I'll see you in the next episode of Decoding AI for You. Thanks for watching Decoding AI for You. If you found this useful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Let's keep exploring the future of AI together. See you next time.